When I pull up on the scene, dead fresh and casket clean, they gon' hate on me. Gon' hate on me. When I pull up on the scene, dead fresh and casket clean, they gon' hate on me. Gon' hate on me. When I pull up on the scene, dead fresh and casket clean, they gon' hate on me. Gon' hate on me. When I pull up on the scene, dead
Yes. We glad to have you back around. This is Kay. I got Alex, Deem, and Joel in the house for the Biscayne Breakdown. Oh man. First Biscayne Breakdown of the off season, but we're not gonna talk about us right now. We're in the middle of NBA playoffs to bring the mood back up. I know this is a Heat-centric podcast, but we're basketball people too, so we try to keep it funky. You already got a couple of series that have seen themselves come to an end. In the Western Conference, you look at the Thunder, who took care of the Suns in sweeping fashion. 4-0, of course. I mean, dominated the Suns. It was a shame what they did to Book. I mean, I guess Drake homie ain't acting like Book. He shot a man because Book couldn't shoot nothing. But with that being said, any of you guys surprised about the results of that series? Status quo about what you guys thought? Anybody comments?
Exactly what I thought.
Yeah, that was exactly what I thought too.
Yeah. I gotta say though, it's impressive for OKC. The fact that their coach is now 12-0 in the first round. So pretty impressive, accomplishment he got going on for him.
Yeah, no shade to him. He got a lot of talent over there though. Question. Speaking of that talent, can they win it all if J-Dub ain't right?
Yep.
Nah, they're gonna need him.
So either.
They're gonna need him against San Antonio.
I think San Antonio is really where they, have an issue when it comes to missing J-Dub or not. Well, see, we got to be sure that Boston will be the ones that get out. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
No, I don't think nobody's a threat in the East versus Boston. Nobody. It's not even close.
Okay, we'll get there. The other series is over, of course, the San Antonio Spurs beating the Trailblazers 4-1 in that series. I mean, the Trailblazers had opportunities and they looked like they were going, at least take it to 6 at times, but the Spurs walked them in game 3 or 4, whatever game it was. The Spurs were down by 15 and end up winning the game by 15. Some foolishness like that. Game 4. Okay, did that series surprise anybody?
Nope.
I mean, it was real. It was real competitive. It's like it was. To me, it was a good basketball, but San Antonio showed why they were superior to Portland.
Yeah,
and I thought at times that it could have went to 6.
Me too. Yeah, because I'm just surprised that Portland couldn't put up a better fight against San Antonio, because I didn't think they were still going to be able to win the series, but for them to still have lost 3 straight games like that, I was just not anticipating that whatsoever. That's what's kind of disappointing of it from their end, because I really did feel like Wemby being out of the game like that, was just going to throw him off completely. Not to the extent where they would have lost the series, of course, but still could have given Portland a chance to really put up a better fight. So for them to still have lost the way that they did was pretty disappointing on their end, to see it, play out the way that it did.
I think that's one of the more impressive things about the San Antonio series. Don't get me wrong. Of course, Wemby was Wemby. He did Wemby things at times, but to speak of the game, he was out, and even in the games where he played, it wasn't always all Wemby. Like, he had other guys, stepping up and showing out to help prepare them to the win as well. So, I mean, that was a good ball, but like you guys said, about what we expected. In that series though, did you guys, and just a little quick topic, because this isn't a thing on him. Hey, Scoot Henderson, hey, maybe he might be decent. I don't know.
Yo, yeah, I mean, outside of, what was that, game 4, I think it was, or
right,
when
they shut him down,
stunk it up. But him and what's the other guy from Kentucky? The shooting guard.
Is that shit? You talking about Shaden Sharp?
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty solid backcourt, man. That's gonna be a pretty solid backcourt. I don't know what they're gonna do with Tiago Splitter with the coaching thing, but
try to lowball the hell out of him.
from what the report's saying, which is a bad idea. I think the players really gravitated to him at the Chauncey Billups situation, but
Absolutely, Deem. I mean, to your point, bro, when you can come together, galvanize a squad like that, a squad that nobody expected to really do anything, push past the play in, get in the playoffs. I mean, look, we're gonna look at the way the series ended and be like, no, it wasn't competitive, but we all watched the game. They were semi-competitive, like we said, had a chance to push it to 6 against a team that has title aspirations, has beat the champion, and shown that they compete with the champion. I mean, that's pretty impressive, especially considering the circumstances. So to let Tiago Splitter get away because you're gonna try to lowball the hell out of him, I mean, that would be that would be a bad look. I agree. And speaking of Chauncey Billups, we're doing a little NBA potpourri here. Look, man, y'all know Damon Jones was the first one to agree to the plea deal, right?
I
Now,
thought they said he snitched.
well. Deem, you're saying the same thing.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm not paying attention that much, but I just
And that's
seen stuff that say he snitched.
and that's what I was gonna
That's
get round
that's
to.
that plea deal right there, Dean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The first one to take the plea deal, he getting his out the way because he rolling on somebody else or everybody else. Anybody that he knows
Can I say
about,
something real quick?
he rolling.
Can I say something real quick, K? And
What's up?
like,
Didn't Damon Jones used to play for the Heat?
he played for the Cavs.
2005,
He played for the
2005.
Okay, I thought he played for the Heat too, so it's relevant. Is all I'm saying. Go ahead, D.
No, because like I was just watching a video with Gilbert Arenas, and it was a series where Washington played Cavs, and Gilbert said, "Yo, we used to all be in the hotel room, and Damon Jones and LeBron and Gil and another teammate from Washington used to gamble together."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. Like, I'm just thinking of that, like. And I
Well,
know a while ago, LeBron homie got caught up in a gambling scheme, and it kind of got swept under the rug. And I know, Damon Jones and LeBron is still pretty tight. So I don't know, man.
What are you doing? Are you trying to loop the chosen one in?
I don't want to loop him in, but I want to see what happens, like the domino
You said
effect. I
you
think
said
if he
proximity don't
snitches,
look good.
everybody going down, man.
He calling LeBron the gambler. That's crazy, Deem.
I mean,
Yeah,
yo,
that's what he's
remember that
saying.
video LeBron did get caught in the casino, him and Randy.
Oh man, not risk it all.
Risk it.
Jeez, Louise. I mean, I was just going to current events. He didn't took us all around the Pablo Torre conspiracy circle. Pablo had a reports by Tuesday. Yeah, man, that's like I said. I ain't gonna say it's very unfortunate because they all made their decisions, and it's unfortunate they're going through this in a public spectacle. But I mean, to bring it totally back around to the Miami Heat side of course, we've all seen the reports by now where federal prosecutors said that they're going to bring multiple new charges against Terry Rozier. Do you all think that with that news that the Miami Heat should push further? I mean, I know. I guess I want to say I know they're not, but in light of new information, it's like, come on, bro. It's like it would make you feel as though, okay, those charges or whatever those offenses were extended to his actual time with the Miami Heat at this point, right?
We could feel that way, but like that's on over, dog. Like I don't think we're getting anything else. I don't even if they.
I think you meant ball, but yeah, either way, bowl works too.
Oh snap! I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared.
No, he said at the end, Joel. That was a quote from Joel.
I know, but I like read it real fast while I was talking.
Oh no, Alex, you good. I just want to make sure that Silver and his attorney friends know who it's from.
Yeah. But yeah, dog, like it's over. We got man.
Yeah, we got had, man. Second round pick. Don't get us wrong. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it ain't the first round pick we sent out to get the man. Especially considering we was bamboozled, led astray.
Draft, it might be bad. They said it. This was the lowest people going to the draft in a while. 71 players. That's bad, man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Getting bread in college.
Yeah.
NIL
is true. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh no, I was saying NIL is no joke. Like,
oh no, it's not. I mean, Because you can look at, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll give you another example. I mean, look, real sports puppery. This is what y'all gonna get from the Biscayne breakdown, specifically while there is no relevant. We're gonna loop in relevant Miami Heat news just so we can come talk to you. But during the offseason, we're gonna give you a lot of everything. So to that point, Todd Simpson, not sure how familiar you are with the NFL. He ended up going 13 to the Rams. So 13 in the NFL, that's good money, especially if you're a quarterback, yada, yada, yada. But the word was he had an offer from Miami to come for like 6 or 7 mil. So, you I guess to that point, if he must have knew. And of course, you got the whole Les Snead GM relationship with his family, different story for next week, where we talk about, different types of crimes and collusion. But I mean, I guess like y'all saying, that NIL money real, bro, because if you're not going to be a first round pick, that NIL money is absolutely more than guaranteed second round pick money in the NFL.
Definitely.
So, now let me ask you this though, to play devil's advocate and think about it from this way. Do less people mean better for a team like the Miami Heat who are good at scouting the talent? It's like you really got the cream really going to rise to the top. You really got to know what you're looking at in order to get the players in this draft.
Not necessarily. I mean, less people could mean somewhat watered down.
More quality?
Nah, I say less. I say watered down.
Less.
Well, that's what.
In a minute, you might not have a second round.
Ain't that more water people? Okay. Ooh.
I mean, it's going to be close to where you're not even going to have a second round.
Well, you're going to have to extend the first round, though, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
And then the way, and I guess we can get right into it now. And then with the way that they're altering the draft, I guess instead of ping pong balls and rights to or percentages of chances to get a top pick, maybe certain teams will have 2 picks that year and other teams won't. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, as we get to the reformation of the draft, I don't know if everybody's heard, but Sean Sharani reported that there has been new tanking reform. The NBA is trying to do something about it. And just to read it off here, it's called the 3-2-1 lottery proposal, named to represent the number of lottery balls per team, would expand the lottery from 14 to 16 teams. Teams that do not qualify for the playoffs or play-in tournament, but stay out of the relegation zone, spots 4 through 10, will receive 3 lottery balls. So let's just take that right there. You can leave that up on the screen. Well, actually, take that down for a little bit, Joe. We'll bring it back. So basically, as we were discussing, it said teams 4 through 10 will receive 3 lottery balls, which means 1, 2, and 3 are the relegation zone, which is bad. So I guess that does, in itself, de-incentivize trying to get to 1, 2, or 3, which means we're going to have more competitive play and teams actually playing their players as the season comes down. Because instead of trying to be 1, 2, or 3, which you have been in this tanking era, now, yes, you're still going to suck, but you're trying to avoid 1, 2, and 3. We all on the same page as of now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, bring it back up, Joe. So then we get teams with a bottom 3 record, as we discussed. The relegation zone will have just 2 lottery balls. What the hell? But have a floor of the 12th pick. So while the relegation zone teams would only have 2 chances at getting a top pick, the worst they could do is 12. Okay, that's okay. But have a floor of the 12th pick, while the rest of the 13 lottery teams could fall as far as the 16th pick. And I guess that's just based on luck of the chance and how many balls you got. 4 through 10, of course, their chances go up because as we discussed, they have 3 balls. So everybody, like I said, from 11 through 16, Alex, are gonna have 1 ball. But now we get down to where stuff get real tricky. The 9th and 10th play-in seeds in each conference receive 2 lottery balls. So, okay, here's where things get tricky. Yes, 1, 2, and 3 are gonna have 2 regardless.
Mm-hmm.
4 through 10 are gonna have 3 regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's determined to be on your seating. So basically, if you're the Miami Heat this year, pull it back up, Joe, real quick.
So
now, if you're the Miami Heat this year, you get 2 lottery balls because you're either the 9th or the 10th seed. And if you are, let's say, Orlando, you get 1. Orlando and whoever the other team. So Let me finish reading this then. The 9th and the 10th seed play-in seeds in each conference receive 2 lottery balls each, while the losers of the 7-8 play-in game receive 1 lottery ball each. In addition, no team will be able to win the top pick in consecutive years or be able to win 3 consecutive top 5 picks. Teams also would not be able to protect picks in the 12 to 15 slots going forward. Okay, you can pull it down. Okay, all that back end stuff, that's really good. That's just like that's cement poured down on the wall to make sure that, you know what I mean, not only is everything we're doing effective, but you can't get the top pick, that's gonna prevent you even from trying to be in that 4 to 10 or whatever. So you might as well roll it out and try to play ball. Okay. Here's what I'm trying to get to. For a team like the Miami Heat, look, we hope that they get out of this period of purgatory. Let's say it like that. Let's just put that off the rip. But all of the complaints that have been had over the last 3 or 4 years, get out of the middle, either win or lose. That would this incentivizes for teams exactly like the Miami
Heat. Why he ain't do this last year?
That's what I seen that. That's literally what I thought when I first saw that.
I need that right now, Adam. When we talking,
right.
Adam not giving us no first round pick, because let me tell y'all something. He sees the performances we put in the play-in games. He see the ratings that we gives. We are his play-in cash cow. Okay, you think he wants us to thrive where we can no longer make the play-in? He don't want that, because he knows as long as we make the play-in every year, we're going to bring in good ratings by putting on a 5-star classic against any other team we go against in the play-in. He saw that against the Hornets, the Bulls, and all the other teams we played in the past. We are just what you call a 5-star team every time we go against someone. Like, we know how to get viewers tuned in and stuff. So he's not going to let his cash cow just thrive like that, where now they just make it out the play-in, and now the play-in going to be dull. Because it's going to be dull without the Miami Heat. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, not a lot of teams get down the way how we do. That's just my opinion on it.
Who in the hell is this?
Like,
Who are you, Joe? Talking what kind of mushroom coffee are you drinking over there?
Listen, man, I'm just woke, bro. I'm woke to these types of things. Like, you can't pull a fast one on me when it comes to
I have not heard this level of exuberance about the Miami Heat in months.
Listen, bro, y'all see what's below my name, man. Another day of no suffering. You feel so much peace when you don't gotta go through that type of stuff.
How are you excited to talk Miami Heat ball because you're excited that the Miami Heat are no longer playing ball?
Because I know they're not suffering, so that gives me peace, bro. Like, it gives me happiness.
I can't say what this is. Not on this podcast. It's PG rated, but this is some bullshit. That's what it is.
I'm sorry, but like, I'd rather not see the Heat suffer like they did last year, where they got bent over by Cleveland in the most X-rated first-round series ever. Like, here they're in Cancun. I don't gotta worry about bad things happening to them. Like, I'm happy, so I feel good. I don't gotta worry about anything terrible happening to them. I'm at peace. So
the call is coming from inside the house. Joe freaked out over there. Deem, so you caught up with what we know now about the new tanking system, or at least can you wrap your hands around it? I ain't said pause. That's crazy. My bad.
Yeah.
You can understand it.
I'm freaked out.
I know. Hey, look, man, I talk a lot. I'm hosting the show. I get 1 or 2 slip ups. All right.
I mean, I like I said before the show, I got where they coming from with the idea, but I don't think I like it, because now when you go back to like the early state, like the teams, the worst team, they might not actually like, we're gonna tank, we're gonna try to lose. They might actually just be horrible. So why not give them a better chance on getting the first overall pick? I get it. Like, they don't want teams to just bottom out and they come all-star break and they pull the Utah Jazz and they just benched all these starters and like they just want to lose. Like, I get that. I understand that you want to be competitive. Like, you want your team to be competitive, but I don't know. We'll see how. Maybe it works good. It works for the best. I don't know. We'll see.
And that's an interesting dynamic, Dean, because maybe we don't know how good teams are at their best, and maybe we don't know how bad they are at their worst because of this very phenomenon. Like, we only see a team at its best in conference finals and in the NBA finals, honestly, because the level of competition ratchet up. Like, I mean, uh, okay, let's say some of the series we're gonna get to. Like look at this playoff series right now. Like, let's say the Celtics and the Sixers. A lot of people will say that in the Celtics, most recent, we were coming to you here on let me be correct, Wednesday,
April.
April the 29th. So on Tuesday, April the 28th, the Celtics lost to the 76ers to what? That series is now what, 3-2, I want to say?
3-2.
Yep.
Yeah, that series is now 3-2. And a lot of people tell you that, yeah, you have that thing about the Celtics where that feast of famine from the 3-point line. But some people will tell you that the Celtics were playing uninterested, or they weren't as, you know what I mean, into the game, or they didn't take it as seriously as a team like the Sixers would. And I just feel like the deeper you go into the playoffs, like once you get to a conference finals or NBA finals, I feel like that particular thing goes out the window. And you can say the same thing for like Cleveland and Toronto series, or maybe Cleveland's just better than Toronto. I mean, or maybe Toronto's just better than Cleveland, and Cleveland is fool's gold. But you know, the deeper you go into the playoffs, the more serious you take the game. So I just feel like until you get to those finals and those conference finals, you never really know how good a team can be. But on the same time, at the same token, Deem, until you put the worst teams into a position where your competition and your competitive fire and will has to be tested in order to keep you from doing something, you really don't know how bad they are. So you might be right, but at the same time, this might be what it takes to just pull the best competition out of the league. So, Alex, how do you feel about, like, I was going to ask you that next, but of course, Deem took the lead and answered the question, which is not bad because it led us right here. Do you like the new draft system?
In regards to the fact that I'm expecting it not to matter to the Heat, because I'm hoping that we're able to make changes so that we're not even worried about it. It's like I said when we first started talking about it, where was this when we needed it? Like, we needed this for the last 4 years. Well, yeah, last 3 years. And we ain't get it. And so now it's just like, all right, well, like I said, I'm hoping we're on our way out of this play-in purgatory. So it's like, okay, if we're not, all right, yeah, this will work out for us. Because now we have better odds. And like the old man said, we're never going to tank. We're not going to tank. Any game that you see people in the Miami Heat uniform, we're going to play to win till our last breath. Like all the stuff that he said, like they're not going to do it. Even though that was honestly the smart thing to do during how the system was, which was, all right, if you realize we can't compete, then literally just turn the other way and sprint towards the draft. They would never do that. And I mean, it is what it is. So next year we get to see what it's going to look like, but does it even matter? Because we don't even have a pick next year.
Right. And I just want to like add one thing real quick to what Alex had to say. I mean, Alex, you mentioned this when we did Heat versus the World the other day. I mean, when we haven't tanked, we've still seen some benefits that have come from that. I mean, we went 41-41 to 11-30, first half of the season, 30-11 the second half of the season, and it landed us bam, right? And then we didn't make the playoffs a couple years later. It got us Tyler, and he became an all-star too. So we've benefited in some ways, even when we chose not to tank. And I don't know, like, I hate to think that, we just need to continue banking that we'll get that same type of luck and fortune, come future drafts. But I mean, shoot, at this point, it's tough for me because, like, it's easy for anyone to say, oh, well, if they were tanking, this and that could happen for them. But at the same time, like, I look at teams like Philadelphia and I love to make fun of them. I love to tease them, the fact that they are where they are, right? The fact that they have tried tanking so much, and that despite doing this whole thing and making a brand off of, the process, what have they accomplished, right? What have they accomplished since drafting Ben Simmons? Look at Joel Embiid. What have they gotten with him? People literally go on social media. They make jokes about, the fact that all these things we see happen in the world has happened before an Embiid conference finals run. Like, it's all on the internet. It's all memes and stuff. So I don't know. It's conflicting because it's so easy to say, like, yeah, I want to see the Heat get a good pick. Maybe tanking is the right move. But then I see all these other things. And for me, it's like, it's just contradicting on my end, which is why, as much as the team might frustrate me, as much as I might say I don't like the suffering, which is why I might come off happy, when they don't make to the playoffs and stuff like that. At the same time, it's conflicting because I don't want them to be like a Philly where, we going to sit here and try to talk about, oh, we got a process from just losing only for that process to just blow up in our face the way how it did for them. So I don't know. That's why I do take great pride in the fact that we haven't taken that route because we've reaped the benefits from it in a Bam and Tyler. So I don't know. It's just a really confusing situation, at least for me, because like I said, I do take pride in the fact that we choose not to lose 60 games a year, but then also it gets frustrating too when it would be nice to have like an AJ DeBonsta or a Darren Peterson, to name a few, right? But
well, you make a very interesting point, and that's one I was going to get to as well, so I'm glad that I love it when that happens. Of course, when you think about rather not be in other people's situations. And when it comes to what Pat said in the press conference, as far as, trying to make moves and all of that, and we got another part of that we're going to get to after this. How far and the answer is going to be depends on who the guy is. But let's say for the best thing out there, how far should Pat willing to be going? Let me frame it like this, based on what I said, Joel, about not being other franchises or being like other franchises. And I made this point a couple times, so I'm going to make it again. When you look at Orlando, trading all that they traded to get Bane, play-in team. When you look at Minnesota, trading all they traded to get Rudy.
New York with Bridges.
I was going to get there. Yep. New York with Bridges put up a big funky 0 in a playoff game a couple games ago.
But Bane's been playing well, though. Like,
I agree. I'm going to let you get that, Deem. I'm just saying. He has been playing well, and he's their best perimeter shooter. But
he's been a best player against these Pistons. To me, he's been the best player in the series versus the Pistons.
He's been their most consistent best player, but I still think the best top end showing from Orlando probably has still come from Paolo. But from game to game, I agree with you. The guy you can count on, I think Paolo went nuts a couple games ago, man. But the game you can, the guy you can count on game in and game out, definitely Bane. I'm just saying from the perspective of not even the individual perspective of him as a player or
you're
right.
And I get what you're saying. He's not worth those many picks.
And if he is, you expect him to definitely catapult you into a top 4 position in the East, right?
Yeah.
But he's been playing. I don't know. Like he's been playing well. Like all season. I don't think he was the reason that they series took a dive. Not they series. They season took a dive the way it was. I think Paolo being hurt got hurt. It was pretty bad.
Franz was in and out as well.
And when Paolo came back, it was like the team was better when he was out a little bit. It seemed like, and then when he came back, it was like don't look that good. And then obviously, I guess a lot of the players was turning on the coach. From what the reports say, I don't know. I seen a couple reports saying that.
That's an interesting report as well.
Yeah, I don't think Bane's been bad. I mean, he's not worth the 4 picks he was traded for. I think it was like 4 or 5, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you got to understand when certain teams like that do a move like that, it's because for one, how many players wanted to go to Orlando? We haven't, Nobody says
it's hard to get a guy like that in their free agency, right?
Nobody says I want to go play with the Magics. I want to go play with the Timberwolves. It's easy to go play with the Knicks. It's easy to go play with the Lakers. It's easy to go play with the Celtics. So certain teams like Minnesota and the Cavs and Orlando, they got to take those risks.
Okay, so you framed it perfectly though, Deem. Okay, how big of a risk from a compensation to the player we're talking about in question should the Miami Heat be willing to take?
It depends. It depends who that player is. I mean,
and that's what I said. I know it was going. So let's say the best player.
Okay, for interest,
out of the guys we're thinking, I'm gonna give you some names. Matter of fact, okay.
Go ahead.
So to your point, in the Magic, if Paolo, the word was that Paolo and Mosley bump heads, and one of them, and Paolo said if Mosley ain't gone, then he out, or he gonna ask out. Okay, so let's say you got a Paolo, you got a Giannis, you got
I'm only doing it for
Do y'all
Paolo
think
because
Book would ask out?
Kay, that's what I wanted to ask you. Would you trade 3 first-round picks for Devin Booker today? Well, the first day trades allowed to happen. Would you trade 3 first-round picks, unprotected first-round picks for Devin Booker?
I would.
4? Coach saying 4. Would you trade 4?
Book entering that Donovan Mitchell territory for me, bro. So 4 is tough.
Do you think Donovan? All right, I'm gonna ask the panel. This is a yes or no question for all 3 guys. Do y'all think Devin Booker is a superstar?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't think he's a 1 on a title team though.
I don't think he's a superstar. But see, that to me, that's what a superstar
That's
is.
a superstar,
The
right?
number 1 player on a title team. To me, that's a superstar. That's why I don't think
I
he's
think
a
he's a
superstar.
1.5. And I say that because on the right team, he could be a 1. Like, let's say you put.
That's what I agree with that. On the right
If you put
team,
him, a Norm, and a Bam together,
makes you
Not
wonder.
bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I would have said yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, like he was number
How old
1,
is Devin
and
Booker?
he was number 1, and they was up on the Bucks.
No, he was not the number 1.
Who was number 1 on that
CP.
Suns team?
CP.
Now I don't know about that. I mean, CP3 was hooping,
so
but
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. While we probably disagree on that, I think Book is the 1. It's a convoluted situation because CP is the point guard. He's gonna have the ball so much that
was the leader.
I'll give you that, Dean.
But the number 1 was that light-skinned man.
Well, see, that's a situation
He was
like
the
we
best
saying
player.
now.
He was the best player,
right?
And he was the number 1.
No,
but even he's the 1.5 because a lot of the decision making and stuff will be taken off him with a guy like Bam. The same effect happened with CP, and that's what we're saying. Especially considering CP was the ball handler. But I agree with you too, Alex. If you need a bucket, like you're not drawing up a play for CP to go get it an individual.
Your first look, Devin Booker,
right? Your first, but CP's gonna have the rock so much.
Yeah.
I
understand what he's saying. I understand.
I agree with both of y'all. Book is 29. He turns 30 October 30th, so he'll be turning 30 right as the season begins. And that's I
would give up 3 first-round picks for him.
But that was also
I wouldn't give up Tyler and 4. It'll be Tyler and 3. Maybe Tyler and 2.
I do Tyler and 3.
Tyler and 3 sound like a good deal to me.
Yeah.
But if they like, yo, the only thing that's gonna get it done is the 4th, then I'm just all right, fine, take it, bye.
Now, would you do? So you saying you'll do 4 and Tyler?
You gotta throw something else in there. It gotta be.
Yeah, you had
okay.
You had to throw
I'll
something
give
back,
you
like a
4
Royce
and
O'Neal,
Tyler, but I'm not just
Grayson
gonna get
Allen
4
or something
Tyler.
like that.
Yeah, they gotta throw something else in there.
That's fine as long as I get Devin Booker. Because we should have drafted him, but that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna leave that alone. I've been having that gripe with the Miami Heat for however many years Devin Booker was in the league.
So Justice Winslow don't do it for you?
No.
Man, he did it for me, so I can't even speak on that. Pause. But I can't even speak on that. I can't sit here and say you should have drafted Devin Booker when I was the guy who was like, oh, we got Justin Winslow, or we got our franchise guy. Like, so
you're a Duke fan, right, Deem? You're a Duke guy, right?
Yeah.
I like Duke. I like Duke too. And I was watching, and I remember Justice was supposed to be projected to be like top 5. And
when he dropped,
and it's like I understood because we need somebody like this was the argument I used to get into with people. They need somebody who could play the 3. They need somebody who could play beside D Wade. I was like, I understand that. D Wade isn't going to play forever. You need somebody who can play beside, like Book is what he listed at like 6'6". So all right, you're bigger than D Wade, and you need somebody who could possibly be the killer. I thought D Book was the killer.
I did,
even with him coming off the bench for Kentucky.
I didn't. I didn't. I never seen this in D Book.
I thought the D Book would be. I thought D Book's peak would be like Michael Redd.
They just needed.
I didn't even. That's crazy. Like that's a great comparison, but I didn't even see that for D Book. I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it.
I
Not saying I
thought
thought
that
he was
as
going to
he
be a
hit,
bad player, but I
right.
didn't think he was going to be
No, a
this.
stone cold killer from 23 onward. I thought that by the time he hit 27, 28, 29, and the body caught up because I didn't think he was the most athletic, which I thought was going to hurt
Nope.
him at the next level.
And
So by the
he's
time
still
he,
not, but
right,
he's
right, but
bucket.
he's found a way. He's wiggly. He's dispaused. He's deceptive. He gets in and out of spaces. His handle is tight enough to be able to get him to his spots, and the jump shot is lethal. But I thought that once he hit, 28, 29, he would have a couple of seasons where you're like, all right, he wanted to. But I didn't know it would be from the point it was as early as it was on to now.
Yeah. Shout out
But
to D Book.
yeah,
I
man,
need
I
the
think
I
we
need the
right. We
Miami
right in
Heat.
that range.
I need the
3,
Miami
4.
Heat front office to just hire me so we could get this. I straighten this mess out.
You've been
I
campaigning, man. Go and put
I
your
give
resume
up.
in.
I'll stop coaching basketball and I'll go help run the front office. I promise. I promise. We're gonna get back to them glory days, fellas. I promise. Trust in Lewis. Trust in Lewis.
You sound like you campaigning for real though.
Yo, I didn't mind that Justice Winslow trade, man. We got to have a draft pod one of
Trust in
these
Lewis.
weeks.
We could definitely have a draft. I mean, as we get closer to the draft, we can definitely do a draft.
We talk about some previous draft prospects that we
Like we talk about we can
old.
talk about lottery picks, and then we could talk about low picks that actually worked out. Because Nico
Yeah.
definitely gonna be in there. I mean, some way, some form of fashion. I mean, look, since I brought it up, do we have expectations for Nico?
Yeah. Let me say something. When Pat brung up first of all, we all know Nico's getting played out of position. But when Pat brung up Nico's age and he was like, he's only 22, that caught me by surprise. Like, damn, wait, Nico's only 22? That gives me hope again for Nico. Like I said on the last pod we just did Monday, I was ready to trade Nico for a second round pick. I was ready to get off the contract. But when I heard Pat say, he's only 22 and he was dealing with the back injury or whatever, that made me think like, maybe we get him back and in the right position.
So what is Nico to you?
To me, he's a point guard.
He's a point forward to me. He's a playmaking
Right.
point. Playmaking.
Yeah, but point forward. Point forward. I don't even want to say point because it's no positions in today's NBA. But to me, he's the guy who got to have the ball in his hand.
Right. I
And
think
that's
Alex
what I
made a great
always thought
point.
he was
Denny
coming out the draft.
Denny Avdija light, sort of like what he
Yeah,
did.
I thought he was always that coming out the draft. I liked that Nico coming out the draft. I thought it was a good pick. I thought he showed some promises. Like, okay, he can be a little something, but this year was a little funny. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, it was real. I mean,
But
it was one thing or another, man.
He's only 22, K. We can't just give up like that. Like,
hey man, you talking to the leader. I can't, but I've been quiet. I can't say nothing because he's had a terrible year. I mean, shout out to Kev who couldn't make it today. But y'all see how Kev always like Kev always talk like, reminded me like that, I like Nico. I want Nico to succeed. I think his tools and his skills are very unique. I think that he was finding some aggression this year than the injury set him. I mean, he tried to dunk on more cats this year than I've ever. And he need to continue to elevate that. He got to
look at his body. Pause. But I mean, look when he first came into the league until now. Right. It's like, wow, his body developed. No. Like he's
got to put it all together, man. And like Spo said,
that victim mentality, put him in better
that victim mentality got to go away too, though.
We'll say that for another pod.
Okay, I know. I
mean, I'm about to say just kind of sort of to bring both points together. The victim mentality has to go away, but they also have to help him
to do a better job.
Yeah, put him in the position to succeed. The man is not a center, so stop playing him at center. Play him with another person who is a center, so that he don't gotta guard centers. Like, just put him in positions to succeed. And if you're not going to do that, why did you pay him? Why did you keep him?
See? And that's what I said when that quote came out at the end of the year. I said, listen, I'm not mad at what he said. I kind of understood what he said. When everybody say, oh, he's whining, he's this, he's that, I didn't mind what he said.
Because you in your mind, they're playing him out of position, which is doing him a disservice.
But everybody, that's what I don't understand why people was bashing him when the whole fan base they was playing him out of position. Agreed. We know what his strengths is. They told us his strengths coming in his rookie season, and we're gonna play him out of position. That doesn't make sense.
I agree. I agree. So just to finish throwing a couple names out there. Paolo, Giannis. Like I said, we don't know what D Book situation is, but we talked about that if he ever were to ask out of trade. What's the most you guys will give for Donovan Mitchell right now? Because you know the reports are as well that if he don't sign the extension, they will consider trading. Cleveland's probably going to consider trading him as well.
Do y'all think Donovan Mitchell's a better player than Devin Booker?
um,
Big foe. Big foe.
Donovan's younger.
I used to think that Spider Mitchell was better than Devin Booker, and I take that back. I I would give up two for Spider at this point. If it's like at this point, when he was in Utah and I was desperately wanted Donovan Mitchell, I would have said I would have gave up four for Donovan Mitchell. But at this point, it'll be like two.
I'm with Dean. I'll give up two, maybe three. And I say that because here's the point. Here's the point. I try to only give up two, Alex. But if it took three, I'd do it. Because like we were having a discussion about Book, where he might be like a 1.5. I feel like Donovan's a firm two. I don't feel like Donovan's a one in any situation.
Coach, let me ask you a question, Coach. And Kay, you can answer this. And Joe, anybody can. We all think Donovan Mitchell is better than Tyler Herro, but how far apart is Tyler Herro to Donovan Mitchell?
Very far. Very far.
I mean, because thing is, I just don't know if Tyler is as skilled as Donovan, which is why, like, I do think it's a pretty.
I disagree. I
Oh,
think
really?
I think they're equitably skilled. I think Donovan is a far superior athlete, which allow him to do some things that Tyler just can't do.
That's
I
that's
mean,
where I
that's
would
a fair
separate them at.
yeah.
Like Donovan Mitchell,
Donovan's a better athlete than
he's a better
Tyler Herro.
athlete.
Yeah,
And
that's
that don't just mean, and that don't just mean run and jump. That mean like lateral. That mean quick
Everything.
twitch.
He's just a
Like
better
all
athlete.
around athlete. So
Yeah,
why you looking at it like this, Alex? I don't think he's more skilled than Tyler. Like if pure basketball skills, just what you can do outside of like your athleticism, your explosion, your lateral movement, your quickness. Like I don't think he's more skilled. If you put him in a skills competition, I think Tyler would probably win it.
Okay, guys.
But what you're saying is this: there is a gap in Donovan's athleticism. Absolutely means something because, to Deem's point, that's what allows Donovan to continue to be as effective as he does from an individual perspective in the postseason because he can bully his way or force his way to most spots that a Tyler or even other guards can't.
I mean,
So
I look at it like this, like we talk. I mean, obviously everybody loved to debate the who is it, the Dwayne Wade, James Harden, who's better, yada yada yada. Like Donovan, and that delineation is like we always talk about how Harden shrinks in the playoffs. D Wade was a playoff riser.
Mm-hmm.
D Mitch is a playoff riser. D Mitch is a. I'm looking at.
I agree with you, and it's
I
hard
got
to
the
argue that because the
numbers
numbers
right
say
here.
that. Right, and that's what I was about to tell you.
Listen,
but to me, risers also make their team better and help propel their team, and I think that part is where he comes a little short.
And I feel like it hasn't been him that came up short. I feel like it's been what's around him that he looking around like, yo, somebody help me, and they looking like, what was it a few years ago when the Cavs finally made the playoffs and they interviewed Jared Allen or whatever? He said, I didn't realize the lights was gonna be this bright. Like,
yep.
I'm supposed to be out here with this dude, and he's scared. Like I'm supposed to be going into a battle with this dude. He's supposed to have my back, and he's scared.
Well, you do got the guy out there right now that's better than D Wade, and you got the guy out there that's supposed to be the new updated version of Ralph Sampson and better than Bam and Durant and all of those, along with Allen. So I mean, he's supposed to be all right. He out there with them guys, right? Mobley drugstore cotton soft, brother. And I've been saying that for a while.
And it's not that he's soft. He's a great athlete, but he's over.
Right. So I would say
he's
soft
a great
is
athlete.
strong.
That's all I got to say. He's a great
soft
athlete.
is strong. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna piss on the man's name. He isn't as physically imposing or as aggressive as he should be. We
He's a
can say that.
4-tier NBA player. That's what it is. 4-tier NBA player. He's solid. He's solid.
I, and I
He's a
think that
great
if he
defender. He's a great
look,
defender, but I think he's a man. Don't get me. I'm
if
not
he get
gonna
a little
say.
more comfortable with the bump and the physicality, I think that he could be the player that people think he is. But he just ain't there yet, and that like shows itself up when it comes to impact on game. Like there are
He's
moments
getting
where you
paid
look at
$45 million.
where
Okay,
Mobley at, where Mobley at.
his agent is high. He's getting highway robbery. The Cavs getting
Hey man,
man.
so Detroit, I mean, well, if you think that's something, what you think Detroit feel like right now, knowing that they about to have to pay Jalen Durant upwards of $40 million
I'm
a
not
year?
mad. I mean, listen, he stunk it up. He's not playing great in the playoffs, but to me, Jalen Duran was one of the best players I ever watched. Outside of Cam Reddish, because I actually stepped on the court with Cam Reddish. But Jalen Duran, he's the best high school player I ever seen in my life. And I know
This the
that's high school, and
this
to
the
be in the
pros,
NBA.
baby.
I mean, yo, but listen, I
Because I
like
mean,
Jalen Duran.
you
I
know
like
what they
Jalen
said
Duran.
about Dewan Wagner. Like, I mean, he was supposed to be, you know what I'm
Yo, he
saying?
was trash. I don't. He's trash. I
So
watched him play.
what about Sebastian
I watched him
Telfair?
play too. Who?
What about Sebastian Telfair?
That's before my time. I mean, I know, but I'm talking about with my own eyes. Like
Okay, fair
I
enough.
done seen him up close twice, and he was cool.
Oh,
It was just like,
you was talking about Junior.
yeah, I was talking about, yeah, he's
Oh, I
trash.
see. Yeah, I was talking about
He's overrated.
senior, boy. I was talking about
I watched
senior, boy.
Justin Edwards give him work, like bad work, like horrible work. He's overrated.
Um, Deem, we're gonna have to have a prep show with Deem. Um, so yeah, man. I guess since we talking about different, you know what I'm saying, man, we had 46 minutes. Who knew time could fly when you're having fun? Since we had this portion of the show, before we wrap it up with a little bit of, current playoff preview, we went through the series that were over. We're going to talk a little bit about the ones that are still going, give a few thoughts. But as a part of these trades, and I guess Dean brought it up, and Tyler Herro, that might be something. Bring it up, Joe. Look, we're just reading what we see on the internet, people. We're just reading what we see on the internet. Greg Sylvander of 5 Reasons Sports. After asking around, I get a strong sense that Tyler Herro and the Miami Heat are headed for a divorce this summer, one way or another. It isn't gospel. We're not saying that it's 100% accurate. Like I said, nobody said it like it was a shams bomb or anything. However, it's something to talk about. We know they do have their ear. We know they do have somewhat of a connection. We can't say the source is the most reliable. We're not gonna say it's not reliable. Whatever. Sue us. We here chatting. But it is something. I guess the first question I would ask is, do we believe that in our actuality this time?
I mean, I'll just chime in first. I think for the longest time, I think we have believed that Tyler at one point or another will be off the team. And I mean, he's been the Iron Man, right? Like over and over again, he's managed to avoid these rumors. He's managed to overcome it. If you were to tell me a few years ago that Jimmy was going to get traded from this team before Tyler, I would have never believed you. But yet here we are, 2026, and that's the scenario. All I will say though is that we'll see what happens this offseason. I mean, I'm not really anticipating anything because it's just been the same thing over and over again. Oh, Tyler might get traded. Nothing happens. Oh, Tyler might get traded and he sold his house. Nothing happens. So I'm not saying that we should just expect him to be on the team, but I feel like we have hinted at it for so long. It's just one of those things where we will believe it when we see it. Once Shams comes out and he tweets breaking Tyler Herro has been traded to this team, for me, I just can't buy into it. And one thing I will say before I pass the mic is that, listen, I don't think him and Norman should both be on the team next season. I know they have hinted at it at the press conference. Oh, with Tyler and Norman getting hurt, they never really had a chance to really make things work. Me personally, I'm kind of, done with the experiment, even if it felt it didn't get the proper amount of time it needed. But with all due respect, I just can't have one of those guys back next year. And if it happens to be Tyler, that has to be one of those two that doesn't return. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm not gonna hype anything up in regards to what this report says or what the speculation is. And I'm just gonna vibe out in the off season because I'm used to us not getting anything done, and I'll be happy if we do accomplish something. But I'm used to nothing happening, so I'm down with either or. You can't shake me when I have zero expectations for y'all, so you can't disappoint me. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
As you can see, my name says run it back question mark
Run it back.
because that's low key like I mean with everything that Pat was talking about in regard to staying as flexible as possible for next off season. Like there is a possibility where we look and nothing happens and Norm and Tyler are back. But like I mean to go just in on that question, I so if you're new to the pod, then you don't know. But everybody who knows, I've been trying to trade Tyler since after the bubble run. Like he balled out his I almost said freshman. He balled out his rookie year. Came to the bubble, played pretty well to help us get to the finals. Once that jump was over, I was like, oh snap, we got a piece that we can ship off to get somebody else. And he has beat every trade allegation known to man. He is bulletproof Tyler to me. So I'm not going to say that man is ever traded or going to be traded ever again in my life until it actually happens. So you bulletproof, gang. You got it.
Yeah, after that Dame saga, like I don't know, bro. Like I said, he's Iron Man, untouchable at this point.
What about you, Dame?
Man, I think he's going to be traded. Well, if they make a trade this off season, I think he will be traded. But I don't think they're going to make like no significant moves this off season. So I think he'll be back. And I don't mind Norm and Harold back on the team next year, long as one of them do agree to come off the bench. Like one of them have to come off the bench. I don't think they both can start. I don't understand how they can't coexist. It seemed like players. It's like it's hard to make players fit in with Tyler. I know we seen the past 3 years when we had Jimmy Butler that those two guys like couldn't coexist on the court together, or it was tough for them to coexist on the court together. Like I don't understand. Like with a talent like Norm and Powell, they should be able to play together. We we
I
we seen
agree.
guys. I'm sorry, my fault. But we seen ball dominant guys, Kyrie and KD, or Kyrie and LeBron, Tatum and JB, or whoever, like ball dominant guys. Like we seen them be able to coexist on the court together. It just seemed like it's more of a coaching thing.
And I
For
think
me, it's the
oh, go
defense.
ahead. Yeah.
No, for me, it's just the defense between the two. That would be the main thing.
Definitely the defense, definitely the I
I,
mean
I,
the
don't, I don't know though.
I feel like the pairs that you just named, like other than Kyrie, like it was at least somebody that had like some type of size to him, some type of physical presence. Both Norm 6'3", Tyler 6'4", 6'5". Norm is basically a jump shooter. Tyler is a jump shooter, floater shooter. Like it's like neither one of them has enough gravity to help the other one. That's the issue. Like I think if Tyler like base I'm in my like if you swap out Tyler and put in a Devin Booker in that spot, they even with the defensive issues, they're fine. I think if you swap out again Tyler and put Donovan Mitchell in that spot, even with the size issue and the size and potential defense, they're fine because one of those two's gravity is so much that the other one will end up being able to play like with an advantage. And neither one like teams are looking at Tyler and looking at Norm and they're just like, yo, like, hey, you can guard him and you can guard him and we're just gonna deal with like whatever they do, we're just gonna deal with it because we feel like we have the athletes to get more stops than they can get buckets. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you still have the ability to, they're gonna double Tyler or they're gonna focus their attention to Tyler. And I feel like what that does is because Norm needs to be out front, just like Tyler needs to be out front. So you can't take advantage of that because Norm doesn't know what to do besides shoot a jump shot once he gets it on that wing. It's not like he could get busy the same way he could get, as if he was the guy initiating the offense out top. It goes back to Rock Rain. I think they need the same spots. That's what it is for me. I mean, I understand what you're saying about another player having enough gravity to make it so that you're always going to see single coverage and you just got to go do work on your guy. But for me, they need the same areas. And that was so amazing about Bam and Jimmy because they needed the same areas, but it was still able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's about it. As we get to the end here, I am going to run through this little playoff scenario that we got going. So currently, Pistons and Magic. Pistons up 66-60 at halftime over the Magic. The Magic are up 3-1 in that series. Do you eventually think the Magic gonna close it out?
Who's home? Pistons, right?
Pistons home right now. It's game
Pistons,
5.
yes.
I'm about to tune into it anyway. But I think Detroit will win today.
Okay, but do you think Orlando eventually
I
closes
think
it out?
Orlando wins it. I think Orlando's gonna win it in 6.
Okay.
I won't be surprised if they win today, but I think
that's fair. I
Detroit
mean, there's only
pulls it out.
6 points at halftime, but we all pretty much think Orlando gonna win. Cavaliers and Raptors, that series is tied 2-2 right now with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. The Cavaliers are up by 3 points at 2-2. Who do we think gonna win that series?
Toronto.
I'm going Toronto because I will forever be a lifelong hater in James Harden. So sorry.
I got it up on my laptop right now. That's why I keep glancing over there, watching what's going on. I think Cleveland's gonna sneak out of it. I feel like they're gonna be able to sneak out. But it's gonna be one of them situations where everybody is looking like, man, Toronto probably should have beat them. But like I think they might be able to sneak out of this jump.
It's really a toss-up for me, man.
They go to 7 for sure, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Toronto because I want Cleveland to lose, and there'd be some strife, which might help our chances of landing a big trade.
Respect.
The Knicks took a 3-2 lead in their series over the Hawks on yesterday. Who do we think is gonna win in that series ultimately? Do we think the Knicks gonna pull it out, or do you think the Hawks still have a fighting chance?
Knicks got it.
Knicks got it. Knicks gonna close it out next game.
Yeah. Okay. Last series in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics and the 76ers. As we mentioned, the 76ers was able to get back to within one game on yesterday by beating the Celtics pretty handily near the end of it. Joel did his thing, and he seems back, and he can go get a bucket anytime he wants to against the Celtics defense, which could present them some problems. Do we see that being enough to help the Sixers? I mean, to help the Sixers scare them or potentially win this series, or do we think that Boston's gonna run away with this one?
Boston
winning next game. They gonna
Philly can't beat Boston,
so they're gonna put their foot on their neck.
So you're saying they can't beat them again? They can't beat them 2 more times in a row?
Hell no. I'm surprised I'm surprised they got 2 wins. I had a 4-1.
Well, so do we think they're gonna push to game 7?
No, it's over next game in Philly.
Okay.
Well, I might pull up to that game too, man. I don't know.
Go ahead.
I'll say this. I would give them maybe a chance to some way, somehow in game 6, but they're not winning the series. Like, I don't got it in them to see them win 2 straight games. Could they win game 6? Maybe, but
I'm surprised it's even went to game 6. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, I agree too. I mean, I'm not surprised because Joel came back and he's that good. But to get it.
I mean, he did have some playoff stinkers too.
Oh, Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Especially versus Boston.
This is true. When you look at the Western Conference now, you have Minnesota still up 3-2 on the Nuggets, but I think that Ant is out for quite a bit of time, at least a week or so. Do we think that Minnesota can still pull this series out without Anthony Edwards?
No.
So we think the Nuggets gonna walk him?
Yeah.
If Minnesota,
I mean, if Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, like, if they had home court advantage, then maybe I'd give them a chance. But I think Denver is going to have enough to sneak, game 6, and they're going to take that. And then with game 7 on their home floor, I don't think Minnesota stands a chance.
Yeah, I don't see where they get another scorer at. I think Randall's going to do what he's going to do. But after that,
You don't think AO can explode again? He was having an amazing down the stretch
he
run.
did, but
so
I
this
don't
isn't
think
a
that's
fluke.
going to be
That wasn't a fluke.
consistent. I'm not going to say it was a
Hey,
fluke,
bro.
but it's the playoffs. People step
Oh no,
up.
I agree.
Can he
but
do it
towards the end
again?
of the season,
I don't think he can do it again like that.
do you remember when Ant Edwards missed all those games toward the end of the season though?
Yeah.
AO was doing that same thing, stepping in from him after he got traded from the Bulls. So again, while I gotta agree with you because we gotta see it again, it's not totally unheard of, especially since he put up 45 the other night.
It's not
see.
unheard of. Go ahead, Dean.
No, I just let's see. I just think Randall's going to do what he's going to do. I think Nas is going to do what he's going to. It's just like I don't think AO is going to do that again. Like I don't know. He could prove me wrong. Listen, I want Minnesota to win. I picked them to win in the beginning of the series, but I don't know. It's tough.
Right. I can understand that because you got to be thinking though. AO's over there thinking like, yo, I've been doing it coming down the stretch, similar situation. Like I know if I come out and give him 25, we probably gonna win.
Hey, yeah. I mean, Ant hasn't been like great this series.
That's why I say if he come out and give him 25, it's a good chance that Minnesota gonna win it. And all they need is 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, but I don't know. That's a tough one to call. I'm gonna say Minnesota too, because I want some strife in Denver too, because that way Joker could consider leaving next year. Well, we got all that cap flexibility, guys. Anyway, last series to cover Lakers and the Rockets, and I waited for this one for several reasons. As we get up out of here, LeBron James, my GOAT. I mean, look, the guy is like 2 months from an AARP card. Salute to the King, man. I mean, what we're seeing is unheard of.
Yo, that's a tough shirt. That's tough.
His peak is better. Tough. His peak is better, bro. But longevity, never be seen at this level again. Even when you think about what Kareem did, he wasn't doing it at this magnitude. Okay. We all can agree the Lakers gonna win that series, right?
Yes.
Yep, it's over.
So this is the real question that we're gonna ask as we get out of here. In the year of our Lord of 2027, do we want Kevin Durant on our basketball team?
No. I'm sorry. I'm just ready to move on. And because inevitably we all think he's probably gonna ask out again, right?
He's definitely out of there.
Yeah. And
he gotta be after Bernagate.
The injuries and how much years do you really have of him at this point? Like I just don't.
Maybe 2. Okay. He's what, 37?
So we went give up 1-1 and Tyler Herro.
Hell no. Hell no.
I'm just asking. What you say, Alec? Why are you looking like that?
Kevin. y'all know I feel about Kevin, dog. You go get you can get Kevin. You just go get Kevin, dog. That's just what it is. You get Kevin.
So you still would be with a KD move if they can make it happen. I'm indifferent, man. As long as you don't spend too much, you know who he is. He's Kevin Durant. I mean, but you can't anything over a first round pick in Tyler Herro's contract. I'm out.
I'm not giving him the first round pick for Kevin Durant.
Okay, would you give him Tyler in a 2?
No.
Oh hell no. Hit the button, Joe. Thank you for lending your ear to this sound. Alex is talking about trading 2 first-round picks for Kevin Durant. He crazy as hell. And this is the Biscayne Breakdown. We out.
Now pull up on the scene, dead fresh and casket clean, nigga on.